Hey guys, I'm Miss Allen, and I'm going to give you the first few steps you're going to need in order to play the tenor saxophone. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to talk about is the neck strap. All tenor saxophones should come with a neck strap, and if they don't, you'll need to get one. The tenor saxophone is larger and heavier than the alto saxophone, so the neck strap is especially important. You're going to put the strap over your head like this. Most straps come with some sort of adjustment mechanism here that allows you to make it longer or shorter. Hold the hook and pull toward you to make it tighter, which brings the saxophone up. Pull away from you to make it looser. We're going to leave the neck strap on while we do the rest of our setup. The next thing you'll need is your neck. You'll notice that there is one key on the neck. It controls a very important part of the saxophone, so be careful not to bend it. Make sure you hold the neck in a place where you won't put pressure on that key. The neck of the saxophone has cork right here. The cork is delicate, and it's what allows the mouthpiece to fit properly and create an airtight seal. To keep the cork from cracking, you'll occasionally need to use some cork grease, especially on a new saxophone. I have definitely damaged the cork before because I didn't use cork grease. So learn from my mistake. A thin layer is all you need. Now grab your mouthpiece. We're going to take the mouthpiece and twist it onto the neck. Notice I'm twisting and not forcing. The flat part of the mouthpiece should line up with the curve of the neck, like this. Now let's talk about the reed. Before putting the reed on, you'll need to get it wet. You can place it in your mouth for a minute or two while you continue setting up the rest of your instrument. Now let's grab the ligature. The ligature has a larger opening on one side and a smaller opening on the other side. The larger opening goes over the mouthpiece. If it doesn't fit, make sure you're using the correct side. See how that one doesn't fit? If your ligature screws are too tight, loosen them slightly so the ligature slides all the way down over the curve of the mouthpiece. The screws should be on the right side when you're looking at the mouthpiece. Now let's grab the reed that's been soaking. Next, we're going to slide the reed into the mouthpiece. Start by lifting up the ligature just a little bit so it can fit inside. The flat side of the reed goes against the flat side of the mouthpiece. The reed doesn't go inside the mouthpiece. Instead, it sits flat against and is held in place by the ligature. Hold the mouthpiece here at the bottom and use your thumb and finger to hold the ligature up. Slide the flat side of the reed against the flat side of the mouthpiece and pull the ligature down. Now we need to line up the reed correctly. Carefully adjust the reed until the tip of the reed lines up with the tip of the mouthpiece. You shouldn't see much black showing above the reed. Take your time with this step. Reeds are delicate and can chip or crack if you're not careful. Once everything is lined up, tighten the ligature screws by turning them away from you until the reed is secure. Now let's talk about how to make sound. Before we even put the whole instrument together, let's just practice on the mouthpiece and the neck. I want you to think about saying the syllable E inside your mouth so everything stays nice and open. We're going to start off by setting our embouchure. Let's practice first on our thumb. Roll your bottom lip over your bottom teeth just a bit. You should still have some of the pink still showing. Now stretch your bottom lip out like you're putting on chapstick. Then place your thumbnail on your bottom lip and gently bite down on your thumb to make a seal. This is your embouchure. The embouchure is the shape of your mouth when you play. Now hold your embouchure steady, take a deep breath, and blow, making sure no air leaks out. Now let's try that on the mouthpiece and neck. Your reed is your thumbnail, and the top of the mouthpiece is your thumbprint. Place the reed on your bottom lip, which is slightly rolled over your bottom teeth. Stretch out your bottom lip like you're putting on chapstick. Then set your teeth gently on the top of the mouthpiece. Take a deep belly breath, make a seal so no air can get out, and blow. You should hear this sound. If it squeaks, that's okay. Everybody gets some squeaks sometimes. Now this time when we blow air, we're going to take the tip of our tongue and touch the tip of the reed. This, combined with our air and embouchure, will help make the best possible sound. You can practice doing this without your instrument by just taking a deep breath and pretending to spit something out of your mouth, but then keep blowing, like this. Now let's try it on the mouthpiece. Set your embouchure. Make a seal around the mouthpiece. Don't forget to stretch your bottom lip. Take a deep belly breath, and as you are blowing, touch the tip of your tongue to the tip of the reed. If you don't get any sound at all, you could have your mouth too tight. Air needs to be able to get through the space between the reed and the mouthpiece, so loosen up a little bit. Another reason you could be not getting any sound is that you aren't blowing enough air. This is a wind instrument and it takes lots of air, so really blow. The muscles used to play the saxophone take time to develop, so don't get discouraged if it doesn't happen immediately. Now let's put the instrument together. Take the body of the tenor saxophone and find the metal ring on the back in the middle of the instrument. Hold the saxophone by the bell and clip the hook of your neck strap onto that ring. Before letting go, make sure the hook is completely attached. Remember, we might have to adjust it a little bit higher depending on how tall or short we are. Since the tenor saxophone is a little heavier, you'll always want to double check that it's secure. Next, grab the neck with the mouthpiece and reed already attached. This end of the neck fits into the top of the saxophone body. As you put it in, be careful of the octave key mechanism. Just like with the mouthpiece, don't force it. Gently twist the neck into place. Everything should line up from the thumb spot, octave key, through the neck, into the ligature, into the reed. Once the neck is in position, tighten the neck screw by turning it away from you until the neck is secure. Now, let's look at all those keys. Most of the important keys have pearl inlays, and they're easy to find. Let's start with your right hand. Your right hand goes on the right side of the saxophone. Your right thumb goes underneath the thumb rest right here. The saxophone should sit comfortably on your thumb while the neck strap supports most of the weight. Your right hand pointer finger, middle finger, and ring finger will rest on these 3 pearl keys. I like to call these our right hand keys, 1, 2, 3. Your pinky will rest on the keys just below the 3rd key. Now for the left hand. First, let's look at all the keys your left hand could play. There are a lot of them. The one I want you to pay attention to is called the bis key, and it's really small. Remember that key. Now let's set up our hand. Pretend you're holding a cup. Bring your hand around the left side of the saxophone. Your thumb will rest on the thumb rest at the back near the octave key. Your left hand pointer finger goes at the top pearl above the small bis key. So find your bis key and go 1 key above it. Your middle finger goes on the next pearl key below the bis key. So we're not actually going to put any fingers on the bis key. And your ring finger goes on the 3rd pearl key just below the 2nd pearl key. Now sometimes saxophones have a pearl key above your 1st finger, and sometimes it's just a plain key. So yours might look a little different than mine. I call these fingers 1, 2, 3, just like I did on the right hand, 1, 2, 3. Your pinky rests on the keys to the left of the 3rd key. Now your fingers are in the position to play. The first note we're going to learn is G. We play G with the first 3 fingers of our left hand and our thumb on the octave key. This is the key right above the thumb rest. Hold all the keys down while squeezing slightly with your thumb on the octave key. Now set your embouchure. Take a deep breath and blow. So now let's practice tonguing. We're going to do everything we already did, but our tongue is going to come out and touch the reed as we're blowing our steady air. If we don't use our tongue, it could sound a little airy or just not as clean as it could sound. Now, if your sound doesn't sound like mine, go back to the tips I gave at the beginning with setting up your embouchure and making sound on just the mouthpiece and the neck. Learning the tenor saxophone can be challenging, but you don't have to learn everything in one day. Focus on getting a great sound and learning one step at a time. Check out my next video where I teach you the first 5 notes on the saxophone. Remember to do your best. Your best is always better than you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.